Welcome to Pugging with Shintar episode 11, and I am very tired. If nothing too exciting happens in this episode, that's probably what I'm going to call it. This is also why this one is probably coming out later than usual, because I've been kind of stressed out by real life and haven't found the time to record. Which is a shame, but that's how it is. I will of course try to keep the series up, but the videos might become a bit more irregular while I'm struggling with real life annoyances like work and stuff. So I'm guessing, since I really want something not too stressful tonight, I'm probably gonna get Blood Hunt or something, but oh well, it will happen one day. Yay, I found the cheat that I was sent to find last time.
Waniwanki was adabu. Yanki fagota jiopoda jiotowokise. Chatungi machichu kuzin kehi. Okakiza spidaparuba.
Yes! More token things. Oh, and apparently a pop. Let's see where it takes us. Not Blood Hunt, but Battle of Rishi. That's interesting because it's close. I mean, it's the one that takes place right afterwards. And I have heard some Nightmare Pug stories about this one, which I could never quite understand, because this is one I've never had any real issues with. So, we'll see. We do have 2 level 70s again, so don't necessarily expect many difficulties either. Let's see, this is a Sentinel. Level 47, also Sentinel, and another Sentinel! Oh my god. 3 Sentinels.
The jammer's in sight.
I'll do what I can to guide you through, but that signal jammer might cause some hiccups.
Well, I am telling them to go forth, and I guess kill things with their many sabers. It's good to see that taking it well. Should have made a sage, she says. But everyone complains that sages are too weak. I think the problem with sages and sorcerers in general is it doesn't matter what you do to them, people want to play them. But then because they're so popular, BioWare doesn't like nerfing them too much, because even if it's justified, there'll be lots of complaints. I do think how many people play a class and how popular it is in terms of just class fantasy or whatever you want to call it does play into it. I mean, that's why troopers were reasonably popular for years, even when they were total rubbish. So that's why it took them like 5 years to buff commando healing a bit in PvP in terms of defensive cooldowns. Well, this is all very relaxed so far. I am, however, paying 0 attention to the objectives. I hope people are blowing up crates somewhere. Whoa, that is a lot of damage. I guess they are all squishy sentinels. I mean, even the level 70s aren't fantastically good, I don't think, based on their health levels at least. This one's actually pretty good. None of them is badly geared or anything, but more average, I would say. Not like that. I think it was a shadow tank I had in Red Reaper, who was like a wall, indestructible. In my guild we tend to joke that the Sentinel is like half a tank. What are we doing here? Desperately trying to skip this trash. I don't even know why. I'm glad I'm not the only one who's terrible at jumping. Ha ha! Well, we made it. This is another one of those flashpoints where I didn't know for ages that you could skip this much, because I was just used to killing everything. There is a certain culture about trash skipping that only really exists in pugs. I mean, if you go in with, if you just go in with guildies. I mean, I suppose maybe if your guildies are a certain kind of person, they might approach every trash pool going, "Oh, can we skip this somehow?" But I think most people will just go, "Oh, here are some mobs. Let's kill them." 'Cause especially if you're playing with your friends, you know, it's sort of why you're there. Uh-oh. Am I okay? I think I'm okay. But pugs make an art form out of skipping everything, because there is an assumption that nobody really wants to be there. It's really strange if you think about it. Because in that way, pugs are the most skilled. They sort of gather knowledge from all the different people in the pug pool. So more and more trash skipping strategies spread around the community. And it's all thanks to terrible pugs. Because guild runs alone wouldn't bother to find out all the best ways to skip trash and bosses and stuff. Might need quarter stations on this one. I never understand why everyone kills the Wookiee first here. Because you're sort of supposed to kill them at the same time to avoid extra damage. And the trooper guy vanishes for a while, so logically you should attack him first, then he vanishes, then you attack the Wookiee, then he comes back, you attack him again. And then you should end up at killing them at roughly the same time, right? Maybe it's because I'm tired. Also, back when I wrote the sort of Flashpoint review about this place, I called it sort of one of the more lackluster places in the game because this boss! Does anyone ever remember what they're called? I mean, even I'm calling them the Wookiee and the Trooper guy. I mean, I have them right in front of me, so I can say they're called Raruk and Marco K. But does anyone remember that when they're not here? I doubt it, because they have no voiceovers, no nothing, and when one of them dies, it even says, the remaining adversary rages at the death of their ally. Like, they couldn't even be bothered to write their names in the text here. So they just called them generic names like the remaining adversary or the ally. So if even the people making the Flashpoint couldn't be bothered to remember what bosses are called, why would the players? It's a shame because I do like the scenery and some of the mechanics are fun, but in terms of story this is like, I think, one of the worst Flashpoints ever. Because, well, not just because it does have a story, but as you go through there is nothing memorable about it. You just kill trash and you kill some bosses that might as well also be trash because you don't remember anything about them. I mean, this is an interesting contrast to places like Hammer Station, which does not have that much of a story, but you are more likely to remember things. Whoa, people standing in bad, me included. Let's click this. Oh, what is this? A level 50 generator. Should probably need on the crafting materials, because someone always does, but I have like hundreds of the bloody things in my bank and never use them. So I'm not really that fussed. And I've always imagined maybe one of them is a crafter and they desperately want those isotope stabilizers.
Okay, you're in. There's a force field
So
between
I'd
you
rather
and
they
that
had it.
jammer. You'll have to gather a set of security codes to pass through. Signal's going to start breaking up soon. Talk to you when you get that jammer shut down.
So yeah, the new Flashpoint is scheduled to come out soon. And everyone's hoping it will be good. If you ask me what I'm hoping it will be like, I hope it won't be like this, I guess. I mean, Battle of Rishi and Bloodhunt were the last two they made. And I have mixed feelings about them. So I'd rather they went back a bit into design, something older, like, yes, Lost Island, everyone loves it, or I don't know, even like the Forged Alliance flashpoints are pretty fun too. I realized I won't see Lost Island in this series because it has no veteran mode, or rather, it doesn't have one that scales, so it's not in the group finder, which is a shame. I never completely understood why they couldn't add some of the, why they left some of the flashpoints out. I mean, like with Colicoid War Games, I mean, I even had this interview on my blog about that, and I said, well, why didn't you do Colicoid War Games? Why did you leave it to sit there? It was, well, it's so different, and with the puzzles and stuff. And I sort of understand that, but part of me also doesn't. Because, I mean, we have cool freaking drive yards in the queue, and that's just it's also different, and also really easy. I think they just found it a bit difficult to scale or something, and decided, not worth it. I do wish they would go back and still add it, though. I miss Colicoid War Games. I haven't run it. I don't think I've run it since 4.0. No, I did go in once, precisely because I wanted to see what was going on, why it wasn't in the group finder. And it was very sad to see that everything was still level 40 or whatever it was. And they had even removed all the loot, so you clicked on the chest and there was nothing in them. So it wasn't even worth doing with friends or anything. Just completely gutted. I'm sure Keith will fix it, because Keith fixes everything, right? There was actually a post by him on the forums the other day. He was apologizing for something, even though he hadn't done anything wrong, I could see. I worry a bit that he's trying too hard to make everyone happy and is gonna burn out in disappointment that not everyone is happy, even though he rationally knows that that's never gonna happen. But maybe part of him thought that he could make everyone happy. I don't know. I have been liking the things that Keith has been doing, even though I haven't had as much time to play lately. And even though I personally don't care about things like dressing up Theron Shan or Lana or whatever, but it's nice to see if different people get things they enjoy, not just story chapters for everyone. Focused Guardian is practically Concentration Sentinel. I have no idea what they are saying. Sentinel Zone of the class is one of the classes I know the least about, because I actually, this might be a shocking revelation, even after over 5 years I don't have a Sentinel with level cap. I have a Marauder, which I'm terrible at playing, but I don't have a Sentinel. My highest Sentinel is, I think, level 40 or something. So Sentinel talk always confuses me, even more so than usual. I mean, DPS talk in general confuses me, because I don't really stay up to date with rotations and things. I just hit my healing buttons. That's the thing I like about being a healer. I mean, some people say healing is hard, and there are aspects to it that are hard. But there's also a certain laissez-faire that you don't get if you want to be a dedicated DPS. I don't have to practice healing on a dummy. I can practice it in pugs, I guess. But that's way more fun anyway. I can tell I'm tired because I know I'm just talking random stuff, but I couldn't tell you what I just said 5 minutes ago. This is probably going to be fun to edit later on. My little troop of sentinels is holding up well. None of them are annoying me with twitchy sentinel syndrome. This is a term I coined in my guild for sentinels always jumping in before the tank. But this doesn't really apply in this group because we have no tank and we have 3 sentinels. So all of them can jump in whenever and it's fine. Oh yes, we're on our way to the second super lackluster boss, where once again nobody can remember their names, and the floating combat text can't remember their names. Master Obai and Lord Vod. And they have no dialogue, and they just fight and then fall over. Well,
we cannot fail.
There we go.
The galaxy needs us.
And I'm still interrupting my own full auto by moving. One day I will actually get the utility to cast it while running. Oh, someone needs to take bubbles. Okay. Shiva, no, Siha took him. Well done, well done. I keep thinking of pressing one of the control stations, but there isn't quite enough damage going on for it. I don't like this yellow thing. Ah, I got caught in it. Fail. Yes, here again, the remaining adversary rages at the death of the ally. Very memorable moment that, when a nameless person rages at the death of another nameless person. I don't know, I think it's a real shame because this is not a bad flashpoint. Like, the fights are pretty fun, the environment is nice, but that the fights seem so loveless really gets to me. It would have been so much better if these characters had voices, if they had dialogue, if you could remember their names. I mean, if you look at it, like all these Revenites, like having a Jedi and a Sith working together, or a Wookiee and an Imperial Trooper, those are the sort of setups that should have really interesting stories behind them, but we are not told about them. Oh my god, more level 7 armor! I cannot contain myself. I don't know why they give you level 7 armor. That just makes no sense. I can sort of get the level 50 stuff, because at least it will all be level 50 eventually. But level 7? No, nobody at level 7 would be in this flashpoint. You can't even access it until 15. Aww. It says, always nice to have a healer. I say, always nice to have 3 sentinels. Which is not strictly true. But, hey. Yeah, I'll have to put the sentinels into the name of the episode somehow. Maybe this last fight is gonna challenge us. I think that's the one people are usually complaining about. If they are complaining about this place. Because I know it can be a bit tough when the ads spawn. There's a lot of damage going around. But still, there's photo stations and stuff. Watch this cool cutscene of us walking slowly towards the enemy and looking a bit confused. I love these cutscenes, but this is not one of the best ones. I mean, really, we do all look a bit confused. Like, why are we looking at the door? This again is... This character was remade about 17 times before I finally decided on Sentinel. Wow. Anyway, I was to say, this is also very random. Like, why throw a walker from a shuttle? Probably be better off shooting us with the shuttle, or... I don't know. Didn't a walker closer nearby? Had to fly it in? I had one of my best Pug moments ever in this fight. Yes, he does this ability where you're supposed to hide here, and you activate his shield by pressing this console. Not sure everyone knows this. Anyway, the point is, I was in this Pug. Apparently, Yunara did not know. Anyway, I was. Oh God. I don't have my combat res yet. Oh, what was I saying? Yes, I was in this Pug group and we all stood in the circle, but nobody actually pressed the console. So we stood there expectantly waiting for the storm to pass, and it happened and we all died and we were like, what? Oh, nobody actually pressed the button. We're so dumb. Haha, it was very funny. Well, this is gonna be a bit slower with 1 DPS down. Hopefully not too slow. We still have Siha.
Much of a fight.
Also, it always irritates me a bit that this walker has the voice of Elara Dawn.
Surrender now or face immediate extermination.
Whoa, bad time to
Surrender
type.
now or face immediate extermination. Put your weapons down.
I shouldn't be discussing how to max out camera distance in the middle of a boss fight.
Friendlies acknowledged. Blast it!
That's a lot of dots on CR. Why is Raiko running to the thing? Well, full
I'll
health.
take you down.
Oh well. No faith in me, clearly. I'm innocent! I didn't kill you, Nara. She just jumped in.
Scanning electromatrix. Taking damage. Taking damage.
Well, am I really that fail at not standing in the bad stuff tonight? I blame tiredness. Fortunately, nothing I've stood in has been deadly.
Taking damage. Friendlies acknowledged. Need to end this. Taking damage. Taking damage. Priming electromatrix. Taking damage. Systems critical.
No, that wasn't bad at all. Oops, I meant to res, not loot. Fine, I need to find my res ability because I can't right click on her right now. I think someone else has found it. Oh, let's just have the cutscene at the end.
You did it. I'm sending out the files now.
Republic fleet, come in. Do you read me?
Flagship Dauntless here, patching you through to the command deck.
This is Sentinel Silliness. Do we have you to thank for shutting down that jammer?
That and a whole lot more.
There are traitors hiding on every ship in your fleet. The Imperial ships, too. They're manipulating the battle from both sides.
I'm transmitting the traitors' names now. They're part of a cult. The Order of Revan.
Revan. But he was killed.
Apparently it didn't take.
All ships cease fire. Open a channel to the Imperial Commander.
I've been listening. As ruses go, this is quite creative.
It's the truth. Round up the people from Theron's list and see for yourself.
And if you're correct, what do you propose?
A meeting. Face to face on neutral ground.
There's a town on the surface, Raiders Cove. We'll send coordinates for the meeting spot.
I'm not sure whether Is my game frozen counts as asking to skip, because they are probably... Yes, someone isn't spacebarring. Well, now it's over. I don't know how I feel about cutscenes right at the very end, because people can't be impatient and be like, skip, skip, because you're pretty much done anyway. But it can still confuse people. Well, that was actually pretty fun. My tiredness didn't work against me, fortunately. And I had 3 lovely sentinels. This is the sort of group that's really fun, when people are just having a laugh at everything and chatting a little bit. It doesn't have to be super deep conversation. Yay for a reputation trophy I don't need. I only gained 1 level, didn't I? Well, that's because I'm very close to 43 though. Still, another step closer. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still have 11 flashpoints left that I haven't seen yet. So even if I only gain 1 level each, that will take me well into the 50s. To be honest, if I can, I will probably also try queuing for hard modes once I hit 50. I was undecided about that, but with the recent announcement that they are thinking about introducing a minimum gear requirement for hard modes, which would basically take away your ability to run them pre-level 70. I think I want to get in there and have some more fun with it before it potentially goes away. So we'll see about that. See you next time, and now it's time for me to sleep.